Good morning. So today I have Shri with us, who is the Director of Engineering at a very fast-growing company, which is using technology to make a difference. Let's welcome Shri on 10 Minutes of Hiring Wisdom, where he will tell us about his experience, what got him into engineering, and why he's working at this company. Hi, Shri. How are you doing today?
Hey, Manal. I'm doing good. Doing great, actually. And
how's your Monday going so far?
It's going good, actually. Every day is pretty good. Because we have people in different time zones, so even sometimes we work on even Sundays and all. So It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. And are you working from home, or are you guys deploying a hybrid model? What exactly is your work situation currently?
So our company currently opted for a remote first model. So thanks to that, I'm on a road trip currently. So I'm actually in a hotel room right now.
Okay.
So I'm working remotely from different parts of the US. So currently I'm in Connecticut, just reached here. So
wow. Okay. And where are you planning to go? Is Connecticut the last destination, or are you planning on going somewhere else ahead?
No, we started driving from San Francisco, reached the East Coast recently, and now we are planning to go to Northeast and then drive back over the next 2 months or 3 months.
Next 2-3 months. Wow, that is adventurous. Yeah. And I hope you have a wonderful time. But hats off to your company. You can work anywhere, anytime, and it sounds wonderful. So, Shri, I'd love to hear about where you currently work and what do you do within that company.
Yeah. So currently I'm Director of Engineering, as I said, at Standard Cognition. And at Standard, we are trying to make the checkout experience completely frictionless in retail and convenience stores. So basically, you can just walk into the store, pick the items that you want, and just walk out. And the biggest difference that we are making is in the sense that we are taking the existing retail stores, existing convenience stores, and just retrofitting it with our technology without being invasive to the current infrastructure in the store. So basically, ours is a completely vision-based system. So we just install some cameras on the ceiling, and that's pretty much it. So we equip your entire store with autonomous checkout, where you can automatically create the cards and send the receipts to people without having to need them to stand in the queue for checking out.
That brings my next question. Will people who check out at counters lose their jobs?
Not really. So there are two aspects to it, right? So one is the goal here is to improve the experience of the users or customers, right? So as soon as people walk in, and if there are 3 people taking care of making sure all the shelves are properly stocked, and if they are there to help people if they want to find a specific item, instead of having these people behind the counter doing a very repetitive job, which is very strenuous. Actually, it's pretty hectic, for 24-hour convenience stores in a sense, right? So the goal here is to move people to more quality work experience rather than more strenuous and hectic work. So that's the same deal with autonomous checkout or autonomous driving or anything. So here the goal is to have more people work on bettering the experience rather than doing more strenuous work.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. And I'm just wondering, is it just for grocery stores? What companies have you partnered up with yet? How is your experience going so far? Are people much more receptive towards it? What's the reaction of the market?
Yeah, so we have multiple customers, and we have one micro market chain that we are partnering with, where we install in 4 or 5 locations. And recently, we also partnered with Circle K, which is a huge convenience store here in US. So we installed in some of these stores where in some of these stores, it is completely open to the public, where they can download our app or the app of this customer, and then they can start using it for autonomous checkout. And in some places, we are still testing, where, for example, in this Circle K store, we are doing full-on testing with a lot of test cases and comparing it with the real receipts and identifying how much of that total sales is going in theft, or how much of the total sales is going in with the mistakes in inventory and things like that. So a lot is going on there, and the experience has been super wonderful. I was in one of our deployed stores last week, and I had to, after testing multiple times, I had to buy something for myself, and I'm going to a hotel. I wanted to have some water, and I was standing in the queue, and all these testers were just tapping their phones and just walking out quickly. So like 4 or 5 testers left by the time like I actually reached the counter. So
Wow.
seeing how smooth that experience is from a different perspective is like very unique. And we get asked by a lot of people on when they can start using this tech. So it's
That
exciting,
sounds
but again,
wonderful.
it's challenging
That
because
sounds wonderful.
it's a real world engineering challenge. So it's fun.
That's true, but then again, you're making the process much more efficient. You're making the process much more easier for consumers, and you're making a difference. And you seeing that you're actively making a difference while saving up time on the consumers in the consumer's day is something that's very important because time is money at the end
Yeah,
of the day, and even five
absolutely.
seconds can make a difference.
Yeah.
So thank you for creating something like that because I know I absolutely hate standing in the queue. So I can definitely look forward to this project. And once this actually starts launching in products, I will definitely download the app and make use of it. So thank you for sharing
No
about
problem.
this.
Thank you.
Of course. So Shri, I'm just curious as to why engineering. Did you always know you wanted to pursue a career in engineering? What was as in like what was your dream? Or like me, I wanted to do something else completely, but I ended up choosing a pathway that was very different. So how has your experience been?
So I always like I had no clue like what I was going to do when I grew up. So I always changed, starting because I'm from India, starting from becoming a cricketer to astronaut to scientist. Like it has changed a lot. And even I tried to get into the army, and like a lot happened. But like in the end, it has just worked out. Like I got into a bachelor's in engineering in India, and then I started liking it, like especially when it comes to the aspects of robotics and like artificial intelligence. I was really amazed at how much you can achieve by making machines more intelligent. So after that, like I came from a master's in the US, and that's when like it was pretty clear that like I want to be in engineering because like I strongly believe like we can find solutions to the world's problems in different ways. And my personal conviction is that technology can solve the real world problems in the world, like and when applied it in the right direction, right? Rather than
Okay.
making like solving simple things, like all of us should be focusing on solving like the fundamental problems in the world. And I strongly believe technology can help there, and we are seeing it happening at the moment, right?
We
Yeah.
are seeing that happen. But there's always this very big debate on the internet when you go through it that AI will take over the world, like robots will take over the world. Where do you stand on this debate, and why do you think this debate is not exactly the way it is presented? Because I don't believe that. I think robotics can be used in a way which can enhance and improve human life. So, what exactly is your stand, considering you are in this field?
Yeah, that's a very loaded question, to be honest. Like so I strongly believe so it depends on the definition of like what we mean by AI taking over the world, right? For example, do we consider that electricity has taken over the world, like Andrew says? Yes, right. Like because it's for our betterment, right? So when we say AI taking over the world, it won't be the visual aspects of it won't be like Terminator robots or like huge robots coming and like killing people or something. That'll never happen, obviously. But it's more like we'll be more and more dependent on AI for our day to day work. Like currently, I don't remember half of. I mean, even like 99% of my contact list on my phone, right? Like so, just like a decade ago, I used to remember a lot. So in a sense, like this technology and engineering and AI have been helping me be more dependent on those and be more efficient in my life. So currently we are talking about like very dumb systems, and there are only very few systems that are super intelligent that we are using. And like as there are more and more things around us in real world and also in the online world which helps us like be more dependent on them, you can call it taking over the world, but I think it'll be much more flowery and much more brighter than how we see AI taking over the world.
Okay, well, I mean, that was a loaded question, but you answered in a very eloquent way. So thank you, Shri. But Shri, that is all for today. Our time is up. So thank you so much for coming on the show, for sharing about your journey, about your wonderful company. And I will definitely keep up to date with your company and download the app whenever it comes out because it sounds efficient and it sounds productive and could help me same time. So thank you so much, Shri, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, Minal. It's very nice talking with you.
Thank
Take care.
you.